Hello, so in this video I'm going to talk about the advantages of 3D printing and how they can help visually impaired students understand organic chemistry concepts by creating 3D molecular models with features on them that can actually help them understand the structure of organic molecules, which they can't actually see. So in the lab I created 4 molecules, the first being an ammonia molecule. An ammonia molecule is made up of a nitrogen with 3 hydrogens attached to it. Also, there's a lone pair that the nitrogen atom has. However, usually these 3D molecules that you can see online, they don't show the lone pair of electrons if they have them. However, I've thought of a simple way to show the electron pairs as little protrusions coming from the atoms that do contain lone pairs when they're stable. So here you can see the lone pair on the nitrogen demonstrated by these 2 little bumps, these 2 protrusions representing the lone pair on the nitrogen. I did the same thing for the water molecule. Here you can see the central atom being the oxygen atom with the 2 lone pairs on either side. This also shows how these lone pairs lead to the geometry of the water molecule through electron repulsion. Here we have a hydroxide ion which I created. Hydroxide ion usually has 3 lone pairs on the oxygen atom. However, the bottom one was here, but when it 3D printed, it got mixed in with the base, so it disappeared when it was finally done. But I also try to show that this was a charged molecule by showing this little negative sign right here. And finally, I created an exaggerated benzene. So I created a benzene ring this way just so that maybe this can help visually impaired students understand the concept of resonance, that in a benzene ring it actually has bond links that are all actually the same. That although you do have alternating single double bonds, which usually a single bond is longer than a double bond, in actuality they're all the same length. So with these 4 molecules which I created, the exaggerated benzene ring, the hydroxide ion, the ammonia molecule, and the water molecule, these have, I guess, some potential in helping blind students, visually impaired students, understand organic chemistry concepts such as just the structure of them with the lone pairs. Also, this can be useful in mechanisms, say with this hydroxide ion right here. Usually, in the lecture, blind students will hear this would act as a base. So if say they fill this molecule at first with 3 lone pairs, then say a reaction occurs, it then has 2 lone pairs, they can feel that the third lone of pairs became a bond and is attached to another atom, and this goes on for SN2 mechanisms and all other mechanisms in organic chemistry. One of the major concepts, if I didn't already say it, I think I did, was resonance. It can really help resonance, help students understand resonance. So with these 4 simple molecules, I just wanted to show the potential that 3D printing has to help students understand organic chemistry concepts, and it can also help so much more. But in the future, I hope to construct molecules with more detail and that define more concepts. But thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.